Hello everyone, welcome to a Modern Science Series 2.0 Season 7 on Episode 32. And your one reveals how we requested one of the trucks, and I will get you, and I waiting you guys want your comments of your viewers at home, and you request one of the trucks and or to be real names. Well, then I'll put you in to be in the put in the sign up for it. And anyway, and there's only one driver was highly requested, and there's a other driver was highly requested till next episode. For this episode, we're gonna have a team full fan favorites versus team solo. So team full fan favorites is your third champ. Could he make the fourth champ? I have no clue. Oh, team solo will upset the team fan favorites after all. So anyway, now let's get straight into the field truck before the event. And first up, representing of the wild of a Wellington's character of a U210 champion, the top 3 spot. It is his supposed to sell in a Taz host Martin Mattel, a representing from the Nintendo of this monkey. It is of a Western Racing in Donkey Kong host Martin Mattel of it with ice. And representing from this driver of this competitor, this is you're gonna get the ball with the horns of a crazy ball. It is your Titan champion of Monster Wheels in Alto Logo Mix 40. And representing from your also champion your champion, it is of this competitor of Monster Cutter Racing in Monster Mud Mix 42. And well, I meant to say Martian Cutter Racing. But anyway, now next up for a request driver has how you requested only when your name. Your name is Wamba Joy 165 in a Donald Wallace exclusive playset. You're requesting of this truck. So anyway, now next up for a sponsor for the truck of all first debuting the Lego Piece Scheme. It is a Monster World in Series B Diggatron Mix 41. And representing for a retirement truck from the past, your former one-time champion. After all, it is Monster Fender 1, your also champion, double down of a Max D Nitro. And next up, representing your Black and Green Lego machine of this truck, it is of your Titan champion Mega Martin SRE in Waiting a 25th anniversary from Mix 41. A representative from your Titan champion of this competitor of the champion from Apple the Mix channel, the total competitor of his channel. It is of Dan Panda in Nightmare from a double hex release from Mix 31. A representative from this driver of this competitor of the season, Shawanta champion or not, it is of Macho Fanatic in Racing Stripes Mix 41. And representing from this driver's first debuting of this season, second debuting driver of Mark Tab in Any Place Not Dirty. And representing for this driver, one-time champion of two campaigns in a first ever truck in Monster Energy Custom debut. And representing last but not least for team fan favorites, it is of Tarbird, your World Sports champion, and your current also champion in a K-Wax for another debuting truck. And now let's get into Team Summer. And for Team Summer, we have of a Mr. Strival of Cross Nation Law. And representing from this driver of this competitor of the season, it is the toughest competitor from Martian Festival 1's channel. It is of Matt Bonham Mag in Big Kahuna Mix 26. And representing from this driver of your top 3 Little Spot in the lead this season's point standing of your Van Saints leader. It is of Martin Feinstein, your Twitter champion and a Wasabi Royal for a Monster Feces piece. And represented from this struggle of this competitor of the season of first debuting in giving the track of your Titan champion, Ron Galway, and Stitch Custom. And representing from this struggle of this competitor of the season, it is your toughest competitor from 2K plays on Martin Showdown game. It is Dolphin Master and Air Force after Bono, House Mattel. And representing from your driver this toughest competitor from other channels from the previous, it is Dallas Videos and a walk WWE House Mattel. And representing from this competitor the season of the tropical of this van of in the top 3 spot, it is Zelda Monsters and your Titan champion of First Master by House Mattel. And what representing from your Mr. Using of this Krusty Krab, it is of a out-time adventures of your Super champion in Mr. Krabs of a House Mattel. And representing from this fish fire under the sea, it is Beast 102's brother, Beast 101, and a Juan Ha House Mattel Freestyle Records. And representing from this show, it is competitor of the season, the swordfish under the sea and the seaboat. It is Beast 101's brother, Beast 102, in Hawk Play Pickup Truck. And representing from this show is for West DB driver, it is of a return track for the Crazy Borderlands. It is of Diecast Hams in Bulldozer for a Dirty Queen Card Angel. And representing from this drama of this competitor of the season, toughest competitor from Margin Fan to one channel, it is of Spin Monster Jam in San Diego South. And representing from this drama of this competitor, your first time ever winning of this World's Finals season for last night's stream, it is of this competitor first time in this truck of Joe and Z, your World's Finals champion, in a Margin World's Finals 21 cancellation truck. So we'll start the event. And here we go. First race in one number 1 is going to be Tires of a House Mattel. We'll be taking a look at call session 1 and move on down. And towards the end, it's going to be of Donald Wallace scores the place, and we'll be taking a web of Air Force Afterburner, House Mattel. We're going to take our first race in E, round number 1. Hey, we switch lanes, here we go. It's going to be Tires, House Mattel, we're able to move on in round 2. Alright, we tried to a little bit on the ramp of the start line. Is going to be first debuting of K-Rex, first debuting the Rainbow Road on the track. Will be Donkey Kong, House Mattel. Will Donkey Kong will do a blue spike shot on him? We'll see, find out. Oh, sadly, it was not. It goes to K-Rex of E, first debut win. We're able to move on. Next race in round 2. Alright, here we go. Next race on E, round number 1 is going to be racing starts from X41. We'll be taking out with Juan Ha of E, House Mattel of E 4-star records. Here we go. Oh, I have no clue how close it was. Both of them crashed. And it goes to blonde heart of a House Mattel, wheel of a tile. One more on in the next race on E, round 2. Here you go, guys. Our next race on E, round number 1 is going to be of Nightmare of E, House of E 2 doubles packs only mixed for E. Next 31 will be taking a left of a dog walk of E. Here you go. It's gonna be Nightmare of E double tracks for a mix 31 with able to move on in E round 2. Here you go, next race on E. Round number of E. One is gonna be of Mastermind from mix 42. We'll be taking out web of a Martin World's Finals 21 cancellation truck. Here you go. Oh, both of them rolled over. Let's see and find out who won. I'm not gonna move them to. Let's see and find out who won. Oh, it's gonna be close. It goes to Mastermind of the Mix 42. We're able to move on to the next race on E round 2. Next race on E round number 1 is gonna be Auto Welcome Mix 40. We'll be taking away Mr. Eugene of the Mr. Krabs of the House Monster Motel Nickelodeon. Here you go. And it goes to Auto Welcome Mix 40. We're able to move on next race in round 2. And finally, any place no dirty will win this time. Oh wait, we figured out what was the problem of the track, and here it is, because it was having some difficulties on the track. So hopefully it's not gonna be as hard. So we're gonna take one of it, and we're gonna continue the race on round 1. For first semester, we'll be DNF for disqualified for first semester, but it will count for first ever debut truck for when Penske to be Digatron for Mix 41. We'll move on. Next race on E round 2. Man, Team Summer is not having the time to. So fan favorites are a hard thing to feed for their team, so they're the third champ currently. Their fourth champ to break the record of 5th time champ. And here they are, first race on E round number 2 is gonna be Taz, House Monster Motel will be taking on web of E, Monster Energy first custom of E, first debut, more on down. And Tosan will be able to pass on towards E round 2 of Thunder Wars goes to place it for a requested truck. We'll be taking out with Air Force at the burner of E. House Monster Motel. We're going to take our first race on E round 1. Round 2. Oh wait, this is the light and heavy duty of E trucks. Here you go. It's gonna be Monster Energy Custom first debut win once again. We're able to move on next race on the round 2 and round in the quarterfinals. We switch lanes. Here you go. Okay, Rex first debut win once again. We're able to move on in the round 2 quarterfinals. Oh wait, here we go. We won. Oh, it's gonna be Juan Hunt, I think so. I think it was Juan Hunt has the furthest edge on the tire. Let's see. It's gonna be Juan Hunt of a wheel of a tire of a wheel. We will move on next race on E quarterfinals. We won. Oh, it's custom DNF, but to be stitched custom be disqualified. Is it? It is of this truck of Nightmare by those hooks and ways. We're able to move on the next race in round 2. Here you go. And when I say Monster no binding, it goes to hog of a pickup truck. We're able to move on the next race in round 2. This is a battle of team fan favorites once again. It's the team Crazy Bull of a Crazy Bull battle, blowing out from the old school and from the newer version of Bulldozer Dirty Queen Country going is blowing of a teammate of a Auto Local Mix 40. Here you go. And it goes to Auto Local Mix 40. We're able to move on next race on the round 2 quarterfinals. And here we go. This is above of the retirement trucks from the past. And this is for the team of E fan favorites battling out for the victory of E Maxi Nitro for the retirement truck from the past. We'll be taking out with F8 and please no Doty Households Motel. Here we go. And the legend of Maxi Nitro for fan favorites were able to move on next race on E round finals. This race is gonna be of the legendary trucks battling for next race great anniversary for X41. We're able to move on in round 2 in finals. And go our we1. It's gonna be of our first afterburner of the Team Summer. We're able to move on next race on E round number of E3. We're gonna take our fastest losers for a one last chance to move on. Oh wait, we already chosen the fastest losers. It's gonna be of Donald Wallace of the exclusive place for requested driver for a last chance. And for last chance for fastest loser is gonna be Stitch Custom. We're gonna take a first fastest losers. Here we go. See how it goes. And this time, Donald Warriors for exclusive playset were able to move on in the next race on E round 3. And here we go. Our first race on E round number 3 is going to be a first 2 of the Dominion trucks of E. Monster Energy Custom will be taken with of E. K-West of a Mix 41 and move on down. And towards the end, it's going to be our first afterburner of E. House of Motel will be taken with Donald Warriors for exclusive playset for a rematch. For last race, we're going to take our first race on E round 3. And finally, this time for a few more times, it goes to E. King West will move on in next race on E quarterfinals. And here you go, next race on E round number 2 is going to be Prawn Hall of the freestyle workers for Households from Hotel. Will be taken out of E. The truck of Nightmare for Mix 31 double truck squeeze. Here you go. It's gonna be Nightmare. We'll be able to move on next race on E round 2 in the quarterfinals. Here we go, next race of E round 2 on the round 3. When the upset for Hawk, it goes to E. Auto Rocker from Mix 40 will able to move on in the quarterfinals. And Maxi Nitro finally won this time. We're able to move on in the round 2 and then quarterfinals. And here we go. Next race, our last race in quarterfinals is gonna be who's gonna be the fastest losers and who's gonna be eliminated. Is it gonna be FoT Afterburner or is it gonna be Donald Wars exclusive playset will be eliminated? Here we go. It's gonna be Donald Warriors for exclusive playset will move on E quarterfinals, but FoT Afterburner will have to take one last chance to move on in the quarterfinals. Alright, here you go. This is your fastest loser. Second fastest loser is going to be FoT Afterburner will be taking out with of E. Seems to be Digatron for the first debut Lego Peer Scheme. And we'll run down to the last chance to be in the quarterfinals. It's going to be of Hawk will be taken out with of E. Prawn Hawk freestyle record for a whole small circle town. We're going to take our first race on E. Second fastest race on the fastest losers. Oh, this time FoT Afterburner will be taking on the first race on E. Second fastest loser will move on. We'll be back in the race once again in the quarterfinals. Finally, this time Monster Energy first debut would turn on E back on the waves on E quarterfinals. Finally, it's gonna be Blonde Hog Freestyle Records. This is gonna be a long episode, folks. Hey, we're just gonna do a speed run through this. It's gonna be of a Nightmare from Mix 31. That was high school. We'll be taking on first to be in track of King Wax. Here you go. Oh, posts up for King Wax for the first time the world's debut track. It goes to Nightmare for those high school. We're able to move on next race and round 2. And Maxine Nitro were able to move on next race on E round in the semifinals. And Donna Waters for the exclusive playset will finally move on next race on E in the semifinals. Here on our last race of conference is going to be Monster Energy Custom. We'll be taking out with of E Blonde Hog Freestyle Records. Here you go. It goes to Blonde Hog. One more next race on E round 2. Here we go, our first race on E round number. Our first race on the front is going to be Nightmare. We'll be taking on Maxine Nitro. We'll be taking out with Donna Waters for the exclusive playset. We'll be taking out with Blonde Hog. We're going to take our first race semifinals. And Nightmare for a double tracks for Mix 31 were able to move on to the final round. Oh my god, finally Donna Waters for the exclusive playset for Across the Driver won once again to make it the final round. And let's announce our final competitor. So first up representing the night is Johnny Elmo on this horse. It is of a Dead Panda in Nightmare from Mix 31 double tracks release. And representing for a first ever journal requested, it is of this show first ever team fan favorites. It is of a rookie of the season of Robert Joy 165 in Donna Waters for exclusive playset. This is his first time ever in being in the final round, and could he win his first time champion, or this show would take over the crown from Mars and Firestorm. So we're gonna take our race on a final round. Here we go. And I don't believe it, folks. The first ever requested driver goes to the Western Races 2 of a first rookie of the season champion, and is of Robert Joy 165 in Donna Waters for exclusive playset. Go watch your races, my man. This is your ever first time winning in this side of series, and this is your first ever history of this season's winner of the season. I am apologizing to Dead Panda, your two-time champion in a Nightmare of E Mix 31 double tracks release. You were so close, my man. Hopefully your future episodes, to the next episode, you get another chance to win. Better luck next time. So wow, one last time to give it up for your first ever history request driver for a debut rookie. It is of Robert Joy 165 in Donna Waters for exclusive playset. So this is the end of today's video for E March and Sun Series 2.0 World Season 7 of E episode 132 of this season for a longest episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Give me some like, subscribe, and comment. This is Aaron 0 Mod Jam signing out.